Welcome back to the channel. Last time we spoke about an early retirement known as MRA plus 10. I want to speak about another form of early retirement known as VERA, Voluntary Early Retirement Authority. Now, VERA is not always available. VERA is a permission that your agency needs to request from OPM to let people retire early. If an agency cannot afford its programs and employees, they have to drop some of their programs, or they sometimes have to drop their employees. One of the ways they could drop employees is allowing them to retire early. Usually, in order for an employee to retire, they have to have 30 years of service and be MRA, minimum retirement age, or they have to have 20 years of service and be age 60, or they have to have at least 5 years of service and be age 62. With VERA, the Voluntary Early Retirement Authority, you don't have to be MRA with 30 years of service, or 60 and 20, or 62 and 5. You can actually retire at the age of 50 with 20 years of service, or any age with 25 years of service, any age with 25 years of service, which is what one of my clients did actually. One of my clients started working for the federal government straight out of college pretty much, and by the time they were age 47, they had over 25 years of service, and their agency announced an early retirement authority, and so they said, I'm out of here. Now, let me tell you the rest of that story. They were not able to afford retirement. They knew that. They had run their numbers, and they saw that if they'd retired and just got their pension then, they would not be able to afford retirement. However, what this federal employee did was, before the VERA was even announced, they had already started looking around for other employment. They had started networking, they had started marketing themselves, they were speaking with prospective employers, and this federal employee had met a potential employer that liked them so much they said, listen, whenever you're ready, just let us know and we'll have a position waiting for you. So the day came and VERA was offered in that agency, and this federal employee called up that prospective employer, and the prospective employer said, we're ready for you, come on down. And so the federal employee retired right then, and they collected their pension, and then they went to that new job, and they had a salary at that new job. Now, the salary at the new job was sufficient for them. The pension that they were receiving was all a cherry on top. They didn't need that pension for their lifestyle that they were doing right now. So what they did was they received that pension, they paid tax on that pension, and the leftover money they invested. Had they remained a federal employee, they would have to work until the age of 57. However, in this situation, we ran the numbers, and by them saving and investing that pension money, they were now able to retire at the age of 54. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So the advantage that this employee had was they had already started marketing themselves, they had already spoken with other employers, and that set the table for that early retirement authority. When your agency offers an early retirement authority, that window does not last forever. It's usually a very small window, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, but then the window closes, unless you work for a dysfunctional agency. Remember, the agencies that are offering early retirement authorities, usually something is happening in the management, or some mismanagement is happening. They're not able to afford their programs that they're running. They're not able to afford their employees. So something is being mismanaged in their budget. And so there are some agencies that are completely mismanaged. And as a result, they are offering early retirement authority, early outs, very frequently. I know of one agency in particular in the DC metro area that is super dysfunctional. They offer early outs multiple times a year, and they've been doing this for the past 10 years. Super dysfunctional agency. Most of the employees in that agency have super low morale. They want to get out of there. It's a very toxic environment. But I mention this to you because if anybody here wants to have the opportunity to retire early, you may want to reach out and network with that dysfunctional agency. See if you can land a job in that dysfunctional agency, and this way you may actually get that opportunity to retire early. That's just some food for thought. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.